Hey, what's going on, guys? Raw Lucario here, and I am happy to announce that the LEGO Ideas review period is finally starting for new sets. And there's a lot of interesting ones in here, and I'll leave the blog post down below in the description if you want to see more of them. But I wanted to highlight one in particular, the Krusty Krab by Lanko. It has been so long since we have gotten a SpongeBob set in general. I think the last wave was in 2012, and man, what a return this would be. This is a massive set, probably over 2,000 pieces. I didn't see a piece count in the description, but look at this. This is what we have been wanting in a SpongeBob set ever. I mean, we got some good sets, don't get me wrong, but they were made in the early 2000s and were not nearly as detailed. And did you see the two other Krusty Krabs we got? Oh boy, they do not even compare to this. I mean, all of the details are here, and they're so well executed. It looks like such a smooth model. And the Easter eggs are really great too. Like, for example, you can even see the dumpster over there has Squidward Smells written on it from that one episode. And man, I can't believe what I'm looking at here. Now, I know that Lego has a lot of licensing issues when it comes to SpongeBob. I know the license last was under Mega Bloks, I believe. But if they can get this, this is my petition to get this set made. We need Lego SpongeBob now because we can get sets like this with new building techniques and new pieces. It's insane. I love all the building techniques I've seen so far. Absolutely incredible. I mean, Lanko outdid himself or herself. They just did such a fantastic job with this. It looks straight out of the show. And it doesn't feel overly detailed, surprisingly. That's something that a lot of sets have a problem with. Like, for example, some sets might have an unnecessary exterior. This one doesn't have that. And one of the best parts about this set is that not only is the interior fully done, but it is also fully modular. Like, look at this. This is insane. Look at how much accessibility this set has, how many rooms you can access, and how easily it is to access. This is incredible, and it amazes me that Lego doesn't do more sets like this because the design is just so ergonomic and it makes accessing it beautiful. So if you want to pose figures, that's great, but if you want to use it as a playset, that's also great too. And I just love the way that this comes apart. It looks very easy, very simple to do. And you can see a little bit of the interior in there. It's so well detailed. I mean, let me take you in there really quick because this is insane. I mean, look at this. You have so much detail in here, and everything is just perfect. My only nitpick might be the fact that there are no Lego studs on the floor, so you can't put figures on the floor, but that's a minor thing and something you could easily mock yourself if you wanted to. But they've included so much here, even like the condiment stand in that garbage can, which is there canonically in the Krusty Krab but is often never drawn. And it looks easier to remove if you want it removed. But this is great, and it just goes to show the amount of creativity and ingenuity in the set. I mean, there's so many interesting builds here, especially on that top section with like the pipe and the anchor. I mean, I can't imagine how fun this must be to build. And I love how clean and tiled off everything looks. It really, really lends itself to just being such a well done, well tiled off 18 plus set. And you can see on the other side here, from the back to the front, it looks perfect. Now, the only thing, that steering wheel is a clock, but obviously they don't like you to do printed pieces. But that's where the clock would be if they would give him a printed piece, which I'm sure they probably will. And again, a detail that I think was only seen in a few episodes. It's rarely ever noticed, but it's there, and I love that they included it. It just works so well. And two, the fact that you can remove this back wall, which is how they got the shot. Like, you can see the back of the condiment stand, and I believe you could see it in the modular section as well. That is such a genius idea, because I can imagine like getting Squidward into the cash register, positioning customers behind certain tables would be really hard to access, but being able to remove that back wall is just so great. I mean, it really works very, very well. And again, you just get to see how well tiled off everything is. Nothing, very few studs showing, if any, in this image. And that is good, because the Krusty Krab, while it is wooden, it's very smooth. You know, it's not got a lot of studs everywhere. I mean, there should be a couple studs for play, but I mean, other than that, it's not necessary. And this is just, it just makes me wish that we were getting sets like this more often from Lego. I mean, because I mean, even look at this. You can see all of the interior now from the top. Mr. Krabs' office, the bathroom, the kitchen, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. And you can just see how meticulously designed this was to not only be good for display, but also for play. Like, look at how much area there is in the kitchen, how much space there is for minifigures. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of detail, but it's not too much to where you feel that it can only be used for display. And I love that about this set. It is so well designed, and that's something that a lot of LEGO Ideas sets get wrong, in my opinion. They're either way too geared for display or way too geared for play. This has such the perfect balance between it, while also having a lot of references to things in the show. And again, just look at this. You could easily fit SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and maybe even Mr. Krabs back there. And that's just the kitchen. There's so much room in the front, and it's amazing. It really is. The sink is well designed, the grill, the cupboards, and even here's Mr. Krabs' office. And again, it's not over detailed and it's not under detailed. Now, could there be a little more space in here? Yeah, maybe, but do you need it? No. You really only need to have room for Mr. Krabs at his desk and maybe SpongeBob and Squidward talking to him. Otherwise, you don't need it, and because of that, it's not there. And I love that. I love that it's not overly designed, overly detailed, and that is what makes this so good. And even here, looking at the minifigures, look at the slight details that they added on here. I mean, giving dual molded legs, giving Sandy the tailpiece, Squidward antenna, SpongeBob, Patrick has side leg printing. It doesn't need to be over the top, and that's what I love about it. And this is just, we need this as LEGO fans, okay? And as SpongeBob fans more so, because SpongeBob is just so misrepresented in LEGO, because it had a great wave, but it was during a time in which LEGO skills were not really as advanced, and even if they were, they would never do sets like this. So bravo to you, Lanko, because this is a beautiful, beautiful set, and even if it doesn't get selected, I hope and pray it does. But even if it doesn't, this shows LEGO that people care about SpongeBob, and maybe, just maybe, they might try and get the license again. So thank you so much for making this, and I hope it gets made, but if it doesn't, you've still done an amazing thing for SpongeBob fans, so thank you so much. And I hope you guys did enjoy this little video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.